Because you are going to be talking about yourself over the next few years a lot. And one of the things that you're going to be talking about is, who am I? And one of the things you're going to be interviewed about, and one of the things you're going to be thinking about as you take your different classes and you have to write different papers, etc., is about who am I? Because the whole purpose of college is to start thinking about ourselves. And what do we want to do in the world? Where do we want to make our mark in the world? And whatever those 5 top qualities are, they are going to play in to those decisions. And when you go in your interview down the road, you're going to say, and one day I took a class, and this is the beginning of it, and we did an assignment, and I really put some time into thinking about it, and I narrowed it down, and this is who I am, and let me tell you a little bit about how I know that. And someday you're going to be backing that up. So is anybody willing to tell us in order what their top 5 are? Come on, someone daring. Great.
Okay. I have calm, responsible, considerate, positive, and punctual.
Perfect. Excellent. So those qualities that you have mentioned about yourself in that order, I want you to keep an eye out about that when you start thinking about what careers are looking for, what kind of qualities you need to have to be in different careers. You're going to be reading a lot about that. When you eventually go on to different websites, you can go on and say, what is a day in the life like of a blah, blah, blah. And it's going to list all those different kind of qualities. You'll start matching these things up together. And it's really important to know that. You know it about yourself now, and then you're going to start matching things as you go forward.
Selfless, well-behaved, passionate, trustworthy, and dynamic.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay, so these are really important things to know about yourself. You're going to be starting to talk about yourself and explain yourself to people and to yourself, and you're going to know that these are things that make you different than everybody else. It's great. We'll have that forever. What we're doing is we're trying to ultimately determine what is your gift. How do you process the world? So let me tell you a little bit about my gift so that you understand what I mean by that. Because sometimes it's a very difficult concept to understand. Most people really don't even know what theirs is. And it takes a lot of different activities sometimes until you hit it. And when you hit it, you actually have an aha moment. You're like, oh my God. Literally, with all the students that we've worked with over the years, when they hit and figure out what their unique brilliance is, their gift, I cry. And I don't even know why. I'm just so excited because it's an amazing thing. And once you know what yours is, you will know. And you had it, by the way, since you're born. It's not something that you figured out, you learn. It's exactly a talent, an ability, and the way you process and take in information about the world and how you give it back when you're with your friends, when you're with family, when you're in different settings. Everybody does it a little differently. And let me give you an example. Everything that I've been talking about so far today, you each are hearing something different. You're not hearing the exact same thing. You're remembering something different. If at the end of the session I said, write down the one thing that stood out, something would stand out different from each of you. You're processing what I'm talking about differently. So for me, I figured out, I don't even know how I do it or why I do it, but when I'm in conversations with people, I'm somehow noticing what they don't notice. It just pops in my head. It's called uncovering blind spots. I don't even know how I do it. That is my unique brilliance, my gift. And I don't know, I naturally do it my entire life. So what I do is I now have to become part of my one true zone, which is using my gift with something I'm passionate about. And I'm really passionate about helping college students to figure it out. So what I'm here to do with a series of exercises and all kinds of stuff is I'm here to help you begin to figure out what makes you special, different, unique, and how to tie it into what you may become passionate about, what may concern you in the world. That ultimately will be, by the way, your one true zone, and that's what mine is. But the truth of the matter is, this is about your life, and I'm here because I have witnessed 3 out of 4 kids graduating college, like Binghamton, and not liking or hating what they do within a couple of years after. 3 out of 4. And all of you are going to possibly say to yourself, it's not going to be me, or I hope it's not going to be me. But the reason I created this process is because I would like those statistics to revert. Okay? So when you guys just muscled through it because you're on vacation, who the hell wants to start writing essays or whatever this crap that you gotta do when you really just have a couple of weeks to just chill? I get it. But I mean, if you think about it, I couldn't figure out a better way to time it. Because who's going to have time to do something like this when you got papers handed in and classes and a million other things to do, okay? So you guys who kind of tried to cram it in the last few days, and I understand it, but I'm really going to encourage you guys to find the time. If you're not going to have the time now that you're going back to school, you're probably not going to have the time to finish it. I mean, you could make the time, but I'm going to make myself available if you email me going forward to help you, because I'll tell you, and Scott will share it with you a little bit, but even more importantly, the kids that have gone through the program and are using it in their lives, you know, it's life-changing. It's life-changing. In order to build out this networking list so that we have as many live experiences as possible, so that we really get a sense of what the world of work is really about, and what opportunities are really out there, we need to build a list that is as powerful as possible. It doesn't really matter if all the people on your list we even know are in careers that we won't necessarily want to do. Because as we build out the list, what you're going to find is every grown-up, if they've been around for a few more years than you, or, you know, what they're going to find is they've met 1 million people in their life. And if you have a short conversation with a lot of different people, what you're going to find is that they really want to help you, and they want to give you information about whatever your questions are that you ask. The thing that you will see from different grown-ups is some grown-ups will want to help you for a half an hour, and some grown-ups will take you under their wing for a day, a week, or even longer. But grown-ups rarely say no, okay? The first activity you're going to do around your gift is between now and the next session is something as what comes naturally, okay? In other words, this one is going to be what do I give to others naturally? And you're going to start thinking about what do I naturally do for other people? What's like second nature to me? If your gift is something that you do without thinking about it, it just pops out of you. So for example, when you watch me talk to you guys, and you can see how energized I get sometimes when I'm talking, even the fact that I'm choosing to sit here and try to help you guys, it's really because I'm in my zone and I'm using my gift. Okay? If I wasn't, it wouldn't be fun. Trust me, I wouldn't want to be doing it on a Sunday night. Okay? But it's the thing that I feel the most energized about in life. So much so that when I'm working on this stuff to prepare sometimes, and I'm on a plane, I don't know if I told you guys this example, but I always think of it because it's a funny one for me. And I'm on a plane. Every time I'm on a plane, I can't wait to be on the plane because I have exclusive focused time to work on this stuff that I love. And my kids, one who just graduated college and one who's going to college possibly next year, always say to me, they say, why are you always working? We're going on vacation. And I say every time the same thing I'll tell you right now. I'm not working. And that's the point. You want to be able to get to the point where the path that you choose is so exciting to you that, yeah, there'll be plenty of hours that are going to be stressful and difficult, but for the majority of the time, you want to feel energized and excited and good about what you're doing. And by finding all these pieces out that we're doing now, that's what we're going to help accomplish. Okay?
But through One True Zone, it really helped me take a look at what I was interested in and what was a common theme between all these things that I was doing. And because of this program, I discovered my 2 words, and I realized that my true potential and what I do naturally is trying to analyze and also to help people.
This is all about figuring out who you are, what you want to do with your life, how are you going to be the most happy, what am I natural at, how do I get paid for it, and all these pieces, and putting it together in a way so when you get out of Binghamton, you leave Binghamton and you go forward, that you are killing it and happy. So as you all know, the world is changing really fast, technology-wise and career-wise. And I will promise you, in 10 years from now, most of the careers that you know about today won't even be here. So the reason that I'm here tonight is I want you to begin to get a sense of who you are, what you naturally bring to the table, so that you can be as adaptable as possible to everything that goes on as you go forward in your life. I don't know if you've heard of the magazine. Someone just told me, or maybe I read it, Fast Company just did a survey that said that's the #1 skill going forward for the 21st century is adaptability. But if we go down a career path that is aligned with just what we focused on in school, and we don't necessarily know if it's the right path for us, then if it shifts, if it's not quite what we thought it was, and we don't know exactly who we are, and we don't have that self-awareness, that could have a big impact. Here to tell you that if you have the clarity and determine what your gift is, and then begin to tie that to the other pieces in that circle, so that you can ultimately figure out what your one true zone is, that when you walk into those interviews, you will have the confidence and the clarity already to know why you're there, that you want to be there, what you have to offer. And you will be able to talk to these potential employers. You be interviewing them, is what I like to tell the kids, as opposed to them interviewing you, because you're now looking for what exactly you want. And you know that you're the right fit, because you've already done the self-awareness homework, etc.
Okay, so I'm glad you guys came today. What was your initial reaction to the event today?
First coming in, I was really confused. I didn't know what to expect, and I came out a better person.
Have you ever thought about self-exploration and how it relates to your career or to a major before?
It's definitely.
Well, I'm still not sure what I want to do as a career path or major even, but after hearing that, I might look into the program that she is doing to help me to determine.
Have you ever had someone, like an adult, to help you sort through the career search process, or are you selecting a major?
My parents sort of, but not really.
How about you? Have you ever thought about any of the things you heard today?
Yeah, before coming to this, I knew that understanding what you really wanted to do in the future was really important. But there's never somebody that's telling you how to do it or is going to support you. You have your parents that are going to support you and trust you, but there isn't resources until today that are going to guide you and become new mentors.
So can you see the benefit to going through the steps to learn more about yourself and then learning more about potential careers also?
Yeah, I think particularly the most important thing is her focus on your natural gift, which is something I've never thought about before, because it's true, everyone does have something that they naturally are good at, and you can use that to your advantage, not only career-wise, but in your life in general. And
Right.
Doing the homework to figure that out is what's going to be beneficial in the end.
And then the connection to the self-exploration to career exploration also. So what have you done so far in terms of career exploration, seeing what potential jobs align with what you're studying in college? Has anyone done any work toward that yet?
I reached out to a couple of alumni, and they're in the field of something I'm interested in, so I'm potentially talking to them about something for them.
Yeah, but I've never merged my self-exploration and career exploration. I mostly just think about them as individual entities, never together.
And now you can see that you probably have a wealth of information out there from untapped sources. Can you see the benefit to following through on that as well, using the tools that are out there already for yourself?
Yep, definitely.
Anything else?
Thank you so much.